Yeah, dog. Thomas G here once again with another cryptocurrency video for you guys. Welcome to the channel. Don't forget to smash the like button, drop a comment, subscribe, post notifications. Always remember, not a financial advisor. For damn sure not a professional. This is cryptocurrency. Don't ever allow an influencer on any social media platform out there to influence you when it comes to crypto, because you could lose it all. So what are we doing tonight? Let's talk really quick here, because we are going to put a little bit like of trading profits into the OG Web Chef Community Vault. All right, guys, we're gonna do that live and direct. All right, and I'm gonna show you guys exactly what you need to do if you want to enter. And the reason why I'm gonna enter is because things have been slow cooking with OG and 3D Rect. They've been cooking the vault, the entire vision that they have laid out, and a what they would call, I guess the true way of putting it is, yeah, the five. Well, it's the five distributor slot strategy. That's a good way of putting it, right? There's slot one strategy, which runs real time ARBs, marketing, market making tactics, then cycles the gains back to the vault. Slot two, unleashed ROI, which we're going to mint some unleashed tonight. Slot three, printer yield loops. Slot four, buy pressure amplifier. Slot five, government's delegator, which will come down the road. But we made a little bit of profits today on the public wallet. We'll be going through some of the transactions in a bit here. PDAI narrative is strong again. All right. There's like some weird signs coming from Richard Hart and some tweets that's getting the community just they're kicking into gear again. They're getting excited. And one of the printers that have been a part of in OG Web Chef's ecosystem is world's greatest PDAI printer. You'll see it has $594,000 in liquidity in PDAI, right? And it prints PDAI. If you're wondering, let's take a look here what the ROI for that token, world's greatest PDAI printer. Right now, it's got a 1.94% ROI. And then you can see here on Dex Screener, the price is $52.11. So I bought some earlier today, and out of nowhere, it just shot up, right? So I kept profits. I'm like, hey, I think the biggest thing I haven't done in OG's ecosystem is take profit. And the reason why I want to do it, and although it can go back up, is because I know that the silence and the work is being done in the background when it comes to OG's Web Chef's Community Vault. So I want to make sure and remember the link is in the description. I have tutorials on how to do this. However, if you're using anything outside of Brave browser. So a Brave browser typically will work. You can click the link in the description, right? And use my referral. You can get in. Remember, no less than 2 million pulse at a time, no more. 2 million pulse gets you 2.6 million unleashed tokens. I have tutorials on how to do this, and I want to do it here on this video. All right, pound the like button for the content. Get the YouTube algorithm going. So I will demonstrate that. But while the max fear across the board on PulseChain and the sentiment has been, we're going down. People are, scared to invest in anything, scared to double down on the printers and whatnot. I've been doing different things in the public wallet to move money around to get more funds into the vault, because right now I have 11 deposits. My last deposit was 2 million. I got 9 referrals. Thank you for the 9 people that used it. Again, links in the description. Brave browser will work. Outside of that, you're gonna have to use another website, because I use Chrome, and I'll show you exactly what to do from here. Referral bonus is 2.9 million in Pulse. Remember, refer your friends, get 2 people involved. And I have a total deposit of 17.7 million Pulse. Right now, if I check my wallet, I have almost 21 million unleashed. The goal I want is 100 million unleashed. That's why I made the trade earlier, where I purchased world's greatest PDAI printer, right, for roughly like 400 bucks. Let me refresh this. Since then, I've sold and I went back in the Pulse. So I had just about a $70 in gains, right? And in USD value, as you can see here, if I go back, I think it was about 5 hours ago, I used 159,296 DAI, which is valued at $391.34, right? Sold the 8.93 um, world's greatest PDAI printer, and I ended up with a higher amount back in turn when I sold this. So you'll see here is, let's see, that was 5 hours ago when I made that. Let me refresh it so it gets the transaction. All right, perfect. So then I sold it, okay, for $472.85 in USD value. But I got 188,666 DAI over the top. So I got 188,000 compared to the 159,000 PDAI that I went in to buy that, and then I traded it back to Pulse. So now I'm just simply going to use um, 2 million Pulse. I'm gonna do this daily, right? I'm gonna be trading mostly Maria and EHEX and a few tokens that are not like too high tax tokens like world's greatest PDAI printer. Basically tokens on PulseChain and the Tropa ecosystem, and like things like Teddy Bear to get like 10% gains, 20% gains like in a few days time, and they convert it to Pulse so I can slow roll here. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna need to get my refers address. Remember, because I use a Chrome browser, so we're gonna have to use another link. Which, all right, so in the description of the video, you're gonna have access to the smart contract UI, like you would operate on Ethereum through Etherscan. But this was built by a community, by the community member, so that you can access these functions, right? And be able to go in, use your referral, and enter the amount of pulse you want to go in with. So I'm going to enter my referral, which is Omacho. I'm putting his address here. In the description of the YouTube video, I have a link to this website. If you are having trouble using your browser, just to click the link and deposit, because it will fail if you're on Chrome. Again, Brave browser should work, but I would just go this route. I put the link in the description. I have my public address. You would add it here, like I'm adding to Machos, and then remember, no less and no more than 2 million pulse, or you will get wrecked. So if you have 10 million pulse you want to go in with, and you want to use all 10 million, do 2 million at a time. That'll be 5 times total. So the Ethereum you see listed here represents pulse. So if I put 2 million, for example, to represent 2 million pulse, you have to put the 18 additional zeros, and that will give you 2 million pulse. Remember, this is ETH, however, but it's going to represent the total amount of pulse when you add the extra zero, right? So you're going to add the extra zeros, which is 18, and you'll be able to see that now I have 2,000 ETH represents pulse, 20,000 ETH represents 20,000 pulse, 200,000 pulse listed here. Now I'm at the magic number 2 million. I got El Macho's link added. I got the 2 million pulse ready to go. Just going to click run function. And then it's about a 38,000 pulse gas fee. And I'm going to mint using 2 million pulse that 2.6 million unleashed. And then we'll see it update in my wallet in real time once that goes through. So we'll always use Pulse Watch so that we can confirm once the mint goes through. We'll see it'll show up here that I minted my unleashed tokens. And remember, unleashed tokens, once everything's bumping and grinding, right? Everything's bumping and grinding, everything's running on firing on all cylinders. You're gonna earn 4 total tokens: BFF, wrapped Ethereum, Bitcoin, right? Pulse Pup, and Hopium. So go look in the section here that we went through on our tutorial video, and we just kind of briefly went through earlier, the 5 slots and how when everything is going full throttle and everything is cycled, right? The Vault is going to help push ROIs across the board on the OG printers and help with price appreciation, floor rise in the floors, and ROI. And this bad boy's got 883.9 trillion. Remember, so this wallet that's holding all of these tokens plus the 203.8 million gas money, when these yield pulse, it's going to be looping it into the system. That's going to be juicing those ROIs. So it's going to be interesting when this starts to go and people start to enter and use the DApp daily, and you have the system rotating money plus new money, which would be example. I have Flexmas, I have Remember. Well, now I have Yield because the yield's up again. I'm going to be recycling that into here to grow my bags. When the community's sentiment changes again to more positive and people are making moves because the overall chain is going up, it's going to be an interesting loop. I think it's going to be very powerful. So let's take a look here, refresh it, and see. Yes. So I got my 2.6 million unleashed tokens. All right. And I got a little payout and wrapped Bitcoin, Pulse Pup, Hopium, BFF. See them right here. All took place. Now, I can look at my wallet on Pulse and see now I have 23 and about 23.6 million unleashed. So we're almost to the halfway mark. We're a quarter% away to my 100 million unleashed goal. And once I get there, I hope the ecosystem starts to pop off. Then I can loop the money to continue to get more, to mint more unleashed to sustain my ROI on whatever that is, when things are popping off. So I strike when people are the most fearful. They're in max fear, and that's where we're at right now. People are too scared to be doing this right now. So I like that. So going back, taking a look at world's greatest PDAI printer, obviously right now the hype is going to be around a token like this that's yielding ROI in PDAI. Is right now PDAI once again has the hype around it and it's outperforming, Pulse and Pulse X. You can take a look. Pulse is down today. Pulse X is down. EHEX, Hex. PDAI is always outperforming the core tokens. It's interesting to watch, right? And then on my wallet here, I'm gonna look for opportunity to go back in, and I'm thinking like I want to go in Fed token right now at this price, and if we get a pump for like 10%, I can sell, and then I'll have um some more gains to go in to feed the engine, right? So I'm gonna buy a little bit of that right now. And normally this is something I would do in like a members only scene. So do join the members only where I'll do more like public wallet moves. Um, don't have a lot of money on this wallet. This wallet has gone like from rich to wreck to super wreck. Didn't sell the remember top and all that, but I've extracted money and sent it elsewhere. So we're gonna build it back up like we always do. We always start from scratch, right? We start from scratch, baby. So I think a good trade will be Fed. It looks like Fed is, possibly. I think it's going to gain the momentum with the entire Tropa ecosystem. Things are going on over there, especially with PDAI. So I think Fed is going to be making a move along with the Treasury bill. So I'm going to grab some, and on the next pump, I'm going to get out, get profits, go back into here, use El Macho's referral address as always, and then we can update it here. Now I got 12 deposits, and total deposits is 19.7 million pulse. So we're getting ready, man. We're getting ready. And I read something about there being a surprise around like 4th of July in the ecosystem. I don't know, but let's go ahead and buy some of this Fed token while we're here and at it. And hopefully I only look, how much is this? Like 415, so like a 15% move on this, 15 to 20. I'll take profits, right? And then loop it back into here. And then ultimately I want to get all this pulse after I've hit my goal. back into a printer, preferably since it's like super low right now. Remember token, right? A lot of people are like, why would you be investing in this right now? I know there's like a lot of poor sentiment, but again, I love OG's ecosystem and I appreciate all the work him and 3D are doing. So with the limited funds I have like on this wallet here, I'm gonna make it my best effort to come up with a loose change to add to those bags. I think right now, let me see, what does this wallet have right now? I think it has a good decent amount of Flexmas. Let me double check here. I got so many wallets I work with. Um, yeah. The Flexmas starts to be good to me again in ROI. I got 3,448 Flexmas. So I mean at 50 cents, that was something, right? At a dollar, it would be beautiful. It was close to 30% ROI. And once that kicks into gear, I can use those profits to feed back into this bad boy right here. But this is the ultimate goal, right? This is gonna be the ultimate looping system to make the ecosystem great again. I'm excited about it. I'm a believer. Links in the description. Remember, guys, if you're not using Brave browser, you're gonna want to click on the link that goes to smart contract way.xyz and do it exactly like I showed you. No less than 2 million pulse at a time and no more. You want to hit it spot on. And if you got more than 2 million pulse you want to go in, 2 million at a time. Boom, boom, boom. So remember, guys, don't forget to pound the like button. Didn't want to do a live stream tonight. I want to do more recorded videos to grow the channel. I know I'm going to do a mix of everything. So till next time, we shall do it again. Yeah, dog.